Yo, YouTube, what's up? It's your boy Deewrightcut. You can call me D, you can call me Deewrightcut, whatever you want to call me. I'm back here today with something new, something innovative, something improved. Right now, I'm just gonna give y'all a quick breakdown of what it really is as the video starts to get into the thing of the cut. So this is a women's cut, a women's undercut at that. Basically something simple, clean, nice taper on the bottom, a little bit of design. First, I usually, try to just check the cut out and see how I want to approach the cut and get into the cut before I really just start like cutting itself. So right here, basically with this undercut, I'm basically going in with my 1.5 guard, and I'm kind of just like debulking. I got it at a close, and so I'm usually just going in there trying to just like even it out to make sure each side is evenly proportioned before I really start tapering. I wanted to kind of get the bulk, especially right under there, under like the apex part and the crown of the head, because that's where the taper really is gonna give us like definition. So right here, I take my andis T-liners, cordless, green tag by Mr. Daryl Thompson in Inglewood, California, known as Scissor Clinic himself. I'm going in there and I'm kind of just making my first guideline with these trimmers. It's not going to leave a hard guideline, it's going to leave something basic and simple. And we're just going to dive in with like that, man. It's going to be pretty cool because it's an undercut, so we can throw designs in there. We get to see how it's going to rock. And like I said, I've been looking for something new to do, man, and I like dropping new stuff. And I really hope y'all like this one, man. So as we get into this video, man, if you got any questions, leave a comment, man. Please leave a comment. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment for real. So right here, I'm kind of doing my bases of my aligning. As you can see, her skin kind of gets real red, so it's kind of tender, so I'm trying to touch it as little as possible, like a tap and go with my babyliss gold T-liners. As I did that on the right side, I will do the same to the left side. Little tip here when lining, especially with straight hair, it's best if you get a kind of like something to like kind of hold the hair to make it kind of lock. That way when you line it, it kind of just, it's like a tap and go, so you're not really tapping on the skin so much. Everybody's skin is different. I'm trying to people understand that when you're using your liners. But it's just a part of the game. As you grow, you learn. So right here, I'm gonna take my wahl cordless seniors, and I'm kind of going there and I'm going to start tapering with my 1 guard open, just to kind of get that blend a little bit in there, a little bit detailed. Shout out to the camera person who's shooting this, man. They really came in clutch. Quality is, I can't deny it, man. And I'm learning as I go with this stuff, so I'm getting better. So again, as I'm getting into this cut, I'm really seeing like how the shape of her head and what's left over. So I'm going to go back and touch in some areas of the cut where I feel like it could have been a little bit more defined or perfect. As you can see, that blend is starting to transition. There's a little bit of weight in the top, so I'm going to go back in there and kind of tap that out. Now, the reason I switched clippers to a wahl with the half guard, because it's more spaced out versus the andis. The andis half guard, the teeth are a little bit more like brought in, so it's going to pull less hair. The half guard is spread out, so it's going to knock out more bulk for me and kind of get that blend. I don't know if you can tell the transition. So I'm going through this cut, I'm still really just like detailing it out before I really get into the heat of the design. Before I get into the design, I'm kind of just going to brush it down, lay it down, and then I'm going to start lining into this design. So she wanted something plain and simple. It's kind of like some lines going like vertically or diagonally through the cut, or through the undercut. My apologies. So using the tip of the blade, I'm going to start the bases of that design, just to kind of get it going, to leave a firm like lining. Again, I used a sort of a hold spray. I don't want to give too much of my jewels away, but I used sort of a hold spray here to help hold that hair, so when I hit it, it's perfectly lining, as you guys can see. Then I'm using the tip of this blade to do that, because I don't want to use the whole blade, because if I use the whole blade and I go into that cut, I could make the lines bigger than what I want, or smaller than what I might want, or anything could happen. So I just kind of want to give myself a guideline to use, using both hands, kind of with a nice guided touch. I'm going into this detail of cut, and we're just giving it a base guideline, man. Continue to brush the hair, because as you cut, there'll be more hair cut, but some will get stuck, and you want to brush it to keep those dead hairs out of the way. So you brush it to keep it moving, and you continue to brush. So, excuse me, as I get into this undercut, you're going to see me go back, and I'll start my line kind of in the middle, and I'll go to the top, and I'll come back and work the bottom of it. And I do that just because I know where I'm at, and it gives me more of a more precise angle of where I'm trying to go with this undercut look, because I'm trying to just feel it out as I go, because it's something that you just, like, as much as you want to game plan for a haircut, no matter how many times you may do it, you might do something different. And that's all a part of the game. I like to learn as I go, so I might do something different here that I did in any other situation. But it's part of me learning. And so with me learning, I'm just going into this haircut really trying to do my thing and get into the design and make it nice and simple but clean. You don't have to overdo it. You don't have to underdo it. Sometimes less is more, and that's what the clients like. So as I'm doing this with this undercut, I'm getting it, the desired look that she wants. And you can see me again using the tip of that blade really to just kind of just draw the basis of that undercut design look. It's pretty dope, man, to be honest. And I say this to say that when you're doing these type of cuts or any type of cut, man, do it with pride, do it with a passion. It gives you more of a love for it. So as you can see here, we just, going in there with my razor just to give it more defined look, to make it last longer. I'm going back in, I'm brushing it, and then, that's kind of it. You just go back in detail. So like I said, man, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. This is your boy, Deewrightcut. I can't thank y'all enough for the support that those who do support. It means a lot. And I'm gonna keep pursuing this, keep pushing on this stuff, and we'll be back here soon, man. Like, subscribe, comment at Deewrightcut. Let go.